Who's got the first question?
Or Derek. Derek, obviously you mentioned, you kind of envisioned this moment, fighting for the title in front of your city. Now you're here, big stage, crowds here. What does it feel like right now at this moment to be in front of the city?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
You fought for the title, of course, before in 2018. I'm just curious if there were kind of any lessons, anything that you took out of that fight week or that experience that you can apply here to help you get over the hump this time around.
Just train harder this time around. Shit. I got to represent Houston now. It's all on me.
And last thing, Derek, I know you said that, you kind of see Cyril as a boring fighter, but is there anything that he does that's dangerous or that you're concerned with in this matchup?
No, I'm not concerned with nothing he got.
Cyril, I'll ask you too. I mean, obviously a big moment in your career, big stage, big press conference. What's your emotion like right now?
Wow, I'm a little bit nervous. That's cool. That's cool. That's my first time, but I'm okay.
Very nice. Big opportunity, but obviously you have a child coming in a couple of weeks. I'm wondering, has this been a difficult time for you to focus on the fight only when you've got big things happening in your family as well?
At first, it was a little bit difficult, but now I did my choice, and now I'm really focused on my target, and I hope just my daughter gonna waiting for me.
Nice. And your last two fights, very dominant wins, but decisions, and you got some criticism for it. So I'm curious, do you feel like you can't just win here? You've got to get a knockout or a big finish so people really look at you as a champion.
Yeah, some people like this style, but for me, it's really not my style. And when you look at guys like Mayweather or some fighter like this, nobody talk about this, but like that. But I'm a young fighter. I'm gonna do my way, and the people are gonna like me like I am.
Maybe they won't boo you afterwards. We'll see. Vicente, I wanted to ask you, 9-1 in your last 10, but when people talk about the title, you're not in that top level of names yet. Do you feel disrespected at all that maybe people aren't putting you in there with those other top fighters in the division?
Man, I don't really care about respect or not. I care about doing my job, going out there, putting on the best fights I can. And I know the fans respect my fighting style. That's what I'm going to bring every single time. And I think now I'm getting a great opponent. Michael's a tough guy, coming off 4 wins. So this is a big fight. And I think one of us, whoever wins, is definitely going to be in that title picture.
And with that in mind, do you feel like it's important, again, like not just to go out there and get a win, but to go do something dominant, like really make a statement here so that maybe they're talking about your name a little bit more?
Man, every single time I got to do something dominant, and that's what I do every single fight. I go out there and throw everything I can. I try to finish every single fight. I think only one of my wins wasn't by finish, so that's what I'm going to do Saturday night. That's what I'm going to do every single fight I get in there.
Nice. My God. I'll ask you, longest win streak of your UFC career right now. It just seems like everything's clicking. What's the key to your success right now?
Welterweight. When I was killing myself to make 155 pounds, now I'm able to train adequately, absorb the knowledge more, and it took a lot of maturing as well. I think that as I got older, I kind of just grew up a little bit and just kept myself a little more humble, and I think that that's really paid off. I'm not focused on what comes next. I'm not going to let my pride get in the way. I'm going to stay focused on the moment. I'm going to stay humble, maintain my humility, and I think that's very important going into this fight.
And that said, you said I don't want to look forward. I don't want to say what I'm guaranteeing anything, but do you feel like it's important to not just get a win, but to go out there? Because your last one was a very dominant win, right? But you didn't get the finish. I know it's tough to finish Neil Magny, but do you feel like you got to go out there and not just win, but you have to get a finish to prove what you deserve?
Winning is everything. And a fight win streak could be great, but like I said, I'm not going to let my pride get in the way of me looking ahead at what comes after Vicente Luque. I'm going to stay humble. Like I said, I'm going to stay in the moment, maintain my humility, and just take it one day at a time. And right now, I'm just focused on making weight. Tomorrow, I'm focused on stepping on the scales. Saturday, it's the fight. I'm not looking at anything beyond that.
Derek, over here on your right. Derek, you said in the past that the belt doesn't matter, but you're fighting at home. You've never lost in Houston. How big of a pressure is it with the belt on the line and also fighting for these fans?
Of course, it's a little pressure because Houston never had a heavyweight champion before. So I want to be the first one. I want to make history, and it got to go down.
Now, why in the world would you take up a fight against this guy outside of the money, knowing full well that you already beat Francis Ngannou, and that's the guy you're going to fight after this? So why would you take this fight?
It don't matter who it is. They're all going to end the same way, looking up at them lights.
Thank you. Cyril, bonjour. Ça va?
Ça va et toi?
Ah, bon, bon. On Saturday, you stand a chance to actually be the first UFC fighter to win for France. How big is that going to be in the streets of Champs-Élysées and Saint-Denis to see you actually carry that belt?
You like my country, huh? Yeah, it's a big opportunity.
I noticed that bullshit too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes, it's a big opportunity for me. I'm a young guy. I have a young career, and the UFC put me on the headline, and I want to do this for me, for my country, for my team, and for my family, for my fan, and I want to do my best for this. Yeah.
Now, you're fighting a guy that's never lost a home. You're the favorite in his city. Is there any pressure going in that fight?
No pressure. Every time I got a challenge on my young career. Every time, more experimented guys. Every time. Sometime in Canada, it was in front of the hostile fan like that. So no. I'm okay with this situation.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci à toi.
Question for Angela. I'm curious, what's the biggest difference in the fighter you are today than the one who fought Tisha last time?
Hello. What's up, Houston? This is my first press conference. This is kind of weird. I usually don't have makeup on when I talk to people. But I think the biggest difference is I'm just a better fighter now. I'm more mature. I've left the UFC, come back stronger, come back more educated on the ground, educated in my striking game and my footwork. I'm just a better all-around fighter, and I feel like my last 6 fights have proved that. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
You said yesterday that you wanted to make sure this fight was exciting. What do you have to do to make that happen on Saturday?
Just put the pressure on, try to hit her more than she hits me, try to keep her stuck more than she can keep me stuck. I think the main reason our first fight was born was because I didn't know how to get up. I was even holding her on top of me so she couldn't hit me. So like being more aggressive, being more dominant, we're both gonna come at it. So I'm ready to put it on her this time.
And for Tisha, have you seen improvements from Angela that makes you feel that she'll be able to do that? She'll be able to combat your wrestling?
I've definitely seen improvement. Well, hello, everybody. Hi. I've definitely seen improvements in her. You know, it's been 6 years since we first start. In this game, you have to evolve. And unfortunately for her, she's evolved and, you know, left UFC, come back. So she's a great fighter, but do I think she's at my level? No. Wherever the fight goes, standing, ground, wrestling, I'm going to dominate. I don't think she has anything for me. She's a tough fighter. She's not going to be an easy win, but I'm coming out victorious.
I got something for you. Don't worry. I got something.
Oh, you got something for me. I'm sure you do, but...
Cuckoo. Thanks, guys.
Wanted to ask, start with Casey and Song. For a long time, the lightweight division and the welterweight division in the UFC was always kind of viewed as like the 2 top divisions, but it feels like 135 has kind of emerged as maybe the best division in the UFC. You know, Pedro and Jose are out here too. Casey, do you think that bantamweight has kind of eclipsed those divisions and now bantamweight is the #1 division in the UFC?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's been first time in history, really, the lightweight's got some respect, and, you know, this is one of the best divisions in the UFC, and that's the division I want to be a part of.
And what about you, Song? Do you think that bantamweight is now the best division in the UFC?
他问你现在觉不觉得就是储量级是现在人才最多，然后最精彩的一个量级？
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Song. I appreciate your brevity. For Vicente, I know that if you beat Michael on Saturday night, you'll be very close to a title shot. But there's another guy that I know that you've talked about, and he's talked about you, and that's Nate Diaz. I was wondering if you win, might you call out Nate Diaz on Saturday night?
And I'm always down to fight in Nate Diaz. I think that's the kind of fight that will always excite me, will always, make me train harder. And yeah, if that fight happens, I said it before, he likes five rounds. We could go 6 rounds, 7 rounds, how many rounds he wants. And that would be a pleasure for me.
And would you want to do that before the end of the year, do you think? Before the end of the year?
Yeah, man, I got to focus on this fight first. I got Chiesa. I don't know how I'm going to get out of that fight, if I'm going to be healthy. But if I am, yeah, I would fight this year again.
Thanks, Vicente. And I just wanted to go back to Angelo and Tisha because I sent a little simmering tension between you guys. I know it was very respectful for the first fight when you guys fought 7 years ago, but is there a little personal tension going on right now between the two of you?
I don't take it personally. I don't know. Is it personal, Tisha?
I don't think there's any tension, but there's been comments that were made prior to me signing this contract for the second time. Since I signed my contract, it's been like crickets from you, but prior to signing the contract, you were talking a lot of shit. So I just thought that was funny. There was like 2 comments that, one, you said I was scared. I fought all the champions at our weight class, never scared one of them. 2, you said I beat you pre-USADA. Well, I've been tested by USADA, probably one of the most tested athletes in USADA. For me, it's a compliment. Thank you. My body is beautiful. I know you guys are, I feel like when girls talk about me and talk about how I look and want to say comments like pre-USADA, post-USADA, there's like, they're jealous. They envy me for my, my awesome physique. So going into this fight with you, post-USADA, 6 years later, I'm just going to tell you right now, you're getting the best of me. It's like so exciting that I get in there and get to fight you. It doesn't matter if it's you or someone else. I'm just super pumped for this fight. And like I said, the comments that were made, I just think are ridiculous. But we'll see Saturday
So it's
night.
personal. The main reason I haven't talked any shit since you signed the contract, because that's the reason I was talking shit. I was annoyed that you said I didn't deserve to fight you, even though we were scheduled to fight. I had to pull out. Unfortunately, I got COVID. And when they tried to rebook it, you said no. So that's why I said that you were running. And, you haven't fought since. You haven't been able to fight since. So now that we're finally matched up, there's no beef. Let's go. Let's go.
I don't know if it's love though. Like the whole scared thing I get, but you talking pre-USADA, I beat you. Like that's some bullshit there. Like to me, that's
Why you started that bullshit?
All right.
Why you started that bullshit?
Yeah.
I've heard old teammates of yours confirmed that you were doping, and that's why they kicked you out of the gym. But that was a long time ago.
I've never been kicked out of any gym, so I don't know what you're talking
That
about.
was a long time ago. Hey, it's
There's
okay.
no long time ago.
It's
Like,
okay.
That's a yes. Yes, there's some tension. There's definitely tension.
TJ Dillashaw has a juice bar. It's all right. Nobody cares if you're doping it.
I care. Okay.
Okay, just one last question for Dana. There's a rumor that CM Punk, of course, UFC veteran CM Punk, coming back to pro wrestling. I'm not sure. Have you spoken with him recently? Have you guys had a chat at all? CM Punk, you and CM Punk?
No, I haven't.
Is he still under UFC contract?
That I don't know. I don't know that off the top of my head. But obviously, if he's going to go back to wrestling, he's more than welcome to do that.
Got it.
Got it.
Thank you, guys.
Aldo.
What?
Aldo.
Who's next?
Yeah. Aldo, nos últimos dias você se falou muito sobre uma entrevista sua que você mencionou que no começo nessa nova divisão você talvez tenha ido com muita sede ao pote com o cinturão e agora seria o ideal ir passo por passo. Eu gostaria que você analisasse essa frase, explicasse melhor, e se dentro desse cronograma que você traçou indo passo por passo, um número 9 veterano como Pedro Munhoz é de fato um passo por passo.
Sim, eu acho que
Go ahead, wait. Yeah, wait, Jose. Yeah.
So there's an interview recently from you in which you mentioned that you actually went too hot and heavy for the title when you actually moved up to division, and you decided to go more step by step. Does this mean step by step right now? And then does Pedro Munhoz on your way, does that mean you're going step by step towards the title?
sim, eu acho que eu posso ter baixado e posso ter dado um tiro maior que as minhas pernas, sim, pelo fato que eu fui direto para uma categoria, disputa de título. fazendo apenas uma luta, né? Então agora não, acho que eu estou fazendo o trabalho certo, estou passo por passo, estou cada vez mais chegando mais próximo e acho que eu e o Pedro, acho que o único que estava sem luta, então por isso essa luta foi casada.
That's how I feel. I actually feel that I went kind of hot and heavy for it. I went too straight at the title, and I do feel that right now this fight means I'm going step by step, and that's what we want. I'm looking for the title.
Aldo, depois das suas últimas lutas, nos últimos anos, muito se fala sobre você ser um lutador muito completo e que havia chegado a hora de você mostrar um leque maior. Quedas, o chão, já foi campeão mundial na marrom, se eu não me engano. Chegou a hora, esse momento, o que a gente pode ver de diferente? Mudou algo no treinamento para que isso ocorra no octógono?
Então, acho que
A lot has been said as well as you being a complete fighter and becoming a more complete fighter. You've actually proven in the past categories, actually previous fights, that you've been a champion in other categories. Are you a more complete fighter now? Is your ground game improved?
acho que eu lutava muito em pé, né? Então acho que o Dedé chegou e conversou comigo, falando que a gente tinha que fazer o MMA completo, né? Então a última luta eu procurei fazer também um jogo de solo, onde eu tenho um jiu-jitsu muito bom e assim foi feito. Mas lógico, a agressividade sempre prevalece.
A lot of my last fights before were standing up and a lot of striking. And we've always talked about being a more complete MMA fighter, really being an MMA fighter. And that's what we're looking for, actually, become more complete in the process.
Pedro, dá para dizer que você está indo na direção oposta, no lugar de passo por passo? Está buscando enfrentar grandes nomes para catapultar seu nome no ranking? Você que hoje é número 9, a ideia é enfrentar um ex-campeão com um grande nome como o Aldo para te jogar lá em cima?
And Pedro, basically, it can be said that you're going the opposite way as he's doing. Instead of going step by step, you're going straight for a former champion to just go straight at a shot.
Yes. So first, should I respond in Portuguese or in English? I'm going to respond in English for this crew right here. What's up, Houston? First of all, I'm very excited to be back and fighting in front of the crowd. You know, there's something that I always enjoy because that type of fight that I always bring to the table, very entertaining, you know. So I was missing actually the crown, you know, my last 5 fights, 3 fights of the night. So, you know, I'm very excited to fight Jose Aldo. Like I say in the previous interview, you know, he's a hell of a fighter. And I take, like Jose Aldo was saying, I take step by step, you know, and every time UFC offer me a fight, I'm always say yes. You know, a type of fighter that I'm always ready to go anytime. And Saturday is gonna be a firework.
Você vai responder em português? Não.
Pode ser. Com certeza, não. Quando eu recebi a proposta de estar lutando com o José Aldo, para mim foi uma surpresa, foi algo assim que eu já estava visualizando, já estava esperando. Então, assim, com certeza eu fiquei bem animado com essa proposta, entendeu? O José Aldo é um lutador incrível que eu sempre assisti, sempre admirei pelo seu estilo de agressividade. E minhas últimas 5 lutas foram 3 lutas à noite. E para mim, tá desafiando, para estar lutando com um lutador que traz esse tipo de atmosfera ali no octagon, para mim é uma gratidão muito grande. E sábado à noite vai ser porrada até umas horas.
Para finalizar, então, Pedro, você já enfrentou 2 ex-campeões do UFC. O Corey você venceu por nocaute e o Edgar você perdeu por pontos. Em cima disso, eu vou te fazer 2 perguntas. Se lutar contra o Aldo, um grande nome, o que muda para você desde visibilidade, aprender, depois, o pós e o pré-luta? E se dá para dizer que o Aldo é o maior nome que você já enfrentou no MMA?
You fought in the previous 2 fights. You've actually fought champions twice, once knocking one out and once losing by decision. Can you say with 2 questions right now? One is, can you say that this was the most important fight that you have with Jose Aldo? And also, is he the biggest name?
Yeah, when I fought Cody, he was definitely a big name back then. You know, the fight that was knowing the biggest knockout power in the division. So it was definitely a big step up for me in the division. When I fought Frankie Edgar, you know, I I was just rushing there to knock him out. 5 rounds, I was right on top of him. And definitely Aldo is another big name, very popular in Brazil. People champ. So it's something that I admire a lot, and I'm very excited, man. I'm very excited for this opportunity. And answer your question, it could be one of the biggest names that I'm gonna fight.
Go ahead.
This question's for Derek. Derek, obviously you're beloved here in the city of Houston. What specifically about your personality, your fighting style, though, do you think makes you so beloved, not just here in the city, but throughout the country and the world as well?
Shit, probably because I'm real. I'm not fake like everyone else is in the sport. I speak my mind. I don't care what you think of me. I'm going to still speak my mind no matter what.
What are your plans for after the fight here in Houston?
We're going to Little Woodrow's Sunday. Sunday. Buy me 5 shots. You already know I'm not buying you shit. So come on out.
All right.
Juliana first.
Hey. Oh, Jesus.
This question's for Dana. Where's Amanda, Dana? Where's Amanda at?
She has COVID.
It's not too late to get her here. I heard that she tested negative.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Soon, honey.
Okay,
you will be
so
fighting soon.
When,
Sit back, enjoy the fights this weekend, and you will be fighting very soon.
when? I heard December. Is that true?
I don't know if that's true or not.
All
We'll
right.
see. We'll see how this plays out. Soon. As soon as we can make it, we'll make it.
All right. Thanks.
All right? Thank you. Good to see you.
Got it. Cyril, en français. Je voudrais savoir si tu es excité à l'idée de venir à Houston taper son adversaire chez lui devant ses fans. How excited are you to come to H-Town and beat your opponent in front of his own fans? Sorry.
En français d'abord, tu veux?
En français, je traduirai.
Do we have a French? What'd you say? Go ahead and say.
I'll translate.
Yeah.
As I said, how excited are you to come to H-Town and beat your opponent in front of his own fans?
Yeah. No worries. No. I'm really excited.
Français.
En français. I'm really excited about this fight. And if tomorrow I win, I'm gonna be proud. I'm just gonna be proud. I'm a simple guy. Yes, of course, I want to win. I want to beat Derek. Of course, I want to do the show for the fan. I want to finish the fight before the end. And I want to have the belt. Go to the next step. And I want to do all of this for me, for my family, for my country. That's it.
What would be the next step? Because the next step would be probably your former training partner,
Yes,
Francis Ngannou.
exactly. But I just want to talk to my fight against Derek Lewis at the moment. I'm really focused on my target, and that's it.
Derek, how would it feel to get beat by a Frenchman in front of your fans?
You're going to have to excuse my French, but fuck you and fuck him.
We'll remember that on Saturday night.
Write that shit down, take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
All right. Thank you, Houston. We're going to rip this stuff out of here and square these guys for some photo op. We'll see you at the weigh-ins. Thank you.
Hey, Dana.